as an act of terror.
Just see, I know families and friends. Me kind of tired now for say women, children and elderly I get quang. Like me said, the youth on the left right here, so where you see I put up some sign, me don't know what kind of sign that, cause these people seem like they have lost their mind. In all of the music videos, them and things, me see them show up these signs, so I thought it was just them must speak their mind, repping their line, and I show you where the borderline there, and I show you see how some come from. But it seems like this boy I throw up young sign in a video right in front of everybody's face. It seems like this boy I sing about quinging people and I do it for real and I try wipe out my race. It appears to me people them from Martinique to Trinidad to Jamaica to Haiti is involved in a fatherless lifestyle, so they need some man what they call Don or the vagina gang to feel safe and protected, as the Prime Minister of Jamaica has alluded to the situation and spoken clearly to the security force today, saying that it is our responsibility to make the Jamaicans feel safe.
Team. You know, we're going to be depending on you for the support in this area. One resident said to me that she is afraid. The other resident, who is the mother of the young lady who died, she was very effusive in her compliments to the police. ACP, she mentioned that there were regular patrols in place.
I heard clearly.
Even before the incident occurred.
Every night.
But it is clear that the gangsters obviously studied your rhythm and figured out where there was an opportunity, and they took it. So I'm certain that from an operational perspective, all of that.
Oh, you hear that, family?
But the residents do need your
The Prime Minister said the gangsters them study the police, their movement, and go around them.
And figured out where there was an opportunity, and they took it. So I'm certain that from an operational perspective, all of that will be dealt with. But the residents do need your reassurance. Right now, they need to see you as their protectors. In the past, you know, we have allowed this business of gangs to be seen as the protectors of communities. And that must be totally destroyed. It is the police and the state that must protect every citizen, not criminals.
For real, families and friends, you hear what the man just said?
Opportunity.
The man said,
to feel
we have been allowing gangs to be the dons, and it's our responsibility to do that. I did do that too.
And that must be totally destroyed. It is the police and the state that must protect every citizen, not criminals. And I think this is a perfect opportunity for citizens to feel that the state can protect them. So in your actions, in your posture, and in the strategic deployments, you must bear in mind that it is important to give the assurance to the citizens that you are here to protect them. And it is the building of that bond between security forces and the citizens that any space that existed that separated or differentiated the state and its citizens, which left that gap for criminals to exploit. I think we must take this opportunity now to close that space and ensure that the citizen and the police are at one and there is no space for criminals. Very important, because I'm certain that as I'm standing here going through the community talking to people, there are people who I'm not seeing, who are not hearing this message, but who are thinking about retaliation. And if we allow that to happen, the citizens taking retaliation, then we end up in a spiral. So we must prevent retaliation, right? So even the people who are victims, we have to engage them, we have to give them support, and we have to dissuade them from this idea of retaliation on their own. It is the police that should have the monopoly on the use of force and use that force judiciously. So it's
Why
more
families
than
and friends, me not think it don't change if them not lock down the wharf in the people.
We're going to approach it from a multifaceted way in which we will deal with the victims, we'll give the victims support, we will use intelligence, as you know, to determine what are the next steps that we will take and who we should target. But we will also be dealing with the community policing and community relations. So you are an important part of all elements of the strategy, particularly in the reassurance the residents feel that they are safe, and secondly, the residents feel that the police will take action to get at the criminals to reduce the threat of reprisals. So we are depending on you.
Families and friends, let me know what you think about that statement. Because for years, over and over, it seems like Jamaicans have this kind of hatred or this disdain for government, for police. I don't know if it's because the police them has been brutalizing my melanated people them, or maybe my people them like the criminal mind, and the police them are trying to beat that out of them. Basically, because everywhere we go in the world, it seems like the melanated people and the police them are a friend. I'm a Rasta man. And you know what I man do? I burn out Babylon. But I forward to the conclusion that I man is not a bad man. Me can protect myself against black man. Murdering mentality. Look on the screen. There are 4 right now arrested and 1 get quang off. They say he's an alleged suspect of the fatal shooting, and him named Steve Smith, aka Fly Brain. Him getting brain lick out, fly like a bird, like a duppy bat. But again, people in my country or of my melanated look do not care about life, because they rather go out dead with nothing than to live and try to accomplish. It's easy for dead than to live. Black people only need to get some more testicle fortitude and more courage. Call the police and tell upon these criminal people, but because there's no men in our community, no real man, just coward and people who don't have no kind of restraint, we allow these local young youth with a local pie to walk around and go on like them bad. Because it's all women and children in the community. One local youth get a local stale, and him a make everybody know, say, him run the deal. Aye. And if you don't listen, it make the whole community feel. And the community them go back and cry and think the same thing for go back or retaliate and wet up more people, and the cycle continue. This a youth when me am Steve Smith, good Redden, Fly Brain, the Prime Minister fly out your blouse and skirt brain, and any little youth where you think about going out there and causing mass harm and harming other people, I hope the security force hold you and mash out your brain like a little fly or a little roach. Uno not learning, uno don't have no daddy, no good mother, or no good granny, or parenting to give you a little coach. Hey, remember, the government is waiting on you. And me, I tell you, I am getting hardened. I am not going to cry for them blouse and skirt out here. Me not cry for them. Just like Super Cat say, not cry for no people in a crisp suit and khaki boots. He might cry for the youth. These youths are retrobate. These people are born from parents that don't care and feed them with pay hate. The people them of the country in the community have to stand up and give the government some help, because the government now go do this by themselves. They cannot. The same women and people them you see are crying out, fight the police, and them hide the criminals and thieves, because when the criminal and thief go thief and quang, then get from yama local eggshell. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari soldier here of Deep Roots TV. I'm burning the criminality that have been holding my island of Jamaica hostage. Here you have a local youth named Steve Smith.